Good morning to everyone. I'm very happy to have the opportunity to introduce myself to you. And the first thing I share with you is my name Ritika Sharma. So firstly, I would like to thank my sir Dr. Prashant Bakshi, and I'm glad to say that you taught me how much I'm capable of and what I could achieve if I was willing to put the efforts in. Thank you for making me do my best and for never giving up, and again thank you sir for all your help on this period of COVID crisis. So, my topic is biodiversity of pomegranate. Firstly, in this slide, we will discuss about introduction. The pomegranate. The scientific name of pomegranate is Punica granatum. It is a naturally dense, deciduous, bushy, multi-stemmed shrub that typically grows to a height of 10 to 12 feet and bears highly colored fruit with many juicy seeds inside. In some regions, pomegranates are trained into small trees with a single trunk. The branches tend to be slender and thorny, while the leaves are glossy and dark green. The colorful orange red flowers appear in the spring and summer and are either well shaped, that is female, or vase shaped, that is hermaphrodite, with the latter type being sterile. The edible portion of the fruit, called an aril, seeds are either soft or hard. The juice within aril varies from light pink to dark red. The juice ranges from very acidic to very sweet in taste. The range is generally smooth but leathery, but and can be yellow, orange, and red in color. So next in this slide we will discuss about the origin and distribution. The pomegranate trees is native from Iran to the Himalayas in northern India, and it has been cultivated since ancient times throughout the Mediterranean regions of Asia, Africa, and Europe. The fruit was used in many ways as it is today was features in Egyptian mythology and art, praised in the Old Testament of the Bible and the Babylon Talmud. It was carried by desert caravans for the snakes for its thirst quenching juice. It traveled to central and southern India from Iran about the 1st century AD, and it was reported growing in Indonesia in 1416. Here is the pic. It was widely cultivated throughout India and drier part of the Southeast Asia, Malaya, East Indies, and tropical Africa. The most important growing regions are it is Egypt, China, Afghanistan, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Iran, Iraq, India, Burma. There are some commercial orchards in Israel on the coastal plains and in the Jordan Valley. It is rather commonly planted and has become naturalized in Bermuda, where it was first recorded in 1621, but only occasionally seen in the Bahamas, West Indies, and warm areas of South and Central America. Many people grow it at cool altitudes in the interior of Honduras. In Mexico, it is frequently planted and it is sometimes found in gardens in Hawaii. The tree was introduced in California by Spanish settlers in 1769. It is grown for its fruit mostly in the dry zones of that state and the Arizona. In California, commercial pomegranate cultivation is concentrated in Tulare, Fresno, and Kern counties, with small plantings in Imperial and Riverside counties. There was 2,000 acres, that is 810 hectares, of herring trees in these areas in the 1920s. Production declined from lack of demand in the 1930s, but new plantings were made when demand increased in the 1960s. Now in this slide we will discuss about the distribution in India. The major pomegranate producing belts are as follows: Maharashtra, Solapur, Sangli, Nashik, Ahmednagar, Pune, Dhule, Aurangabad, Stara, Osmanabad, Latur districts. Karnataka, Bijapur and Bagalkot, Gujarat, Rajasthan, Uttar Pradesh, Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, Punjab and Haryana. In this slide, we will discuss about this diversity in species. The genus Punica has two species, Punica granatum and Punica protopunica, and the latter is wild type and found wild in the Scotra Island. There are two subspecies of species granatum, Chlorocarpa, Porphyrocarpa. The former is indigenous to Transcaucasus regions, and the later species is native to Central Asia. Then in this slide, we will discuss about the genetic resources. Some parts of the Mediterranean area are considered as native lands of pomegranate. The grown local material may be considered as the pomegranate primary gene pool. Punica granatum grows wild in the Near East. Wild forms populations would be the secondary gene pool. The tertiary pomegranate gene pool would consist of forms of the pomegranate Violetti punica, Proto punica. It was presumed that Punica protopunica played a part in the origin of the cultivated pomegranate. Ornamental non-fruiting types are Punica granatum double red, Punica granatum double white, Punica granatum double yellow, and Punica granatum double dwarf. It is also known as Punica granatum nana racemosa. It is dwarf plant with cluster flowering nature. Scarlet flowers are produced in long stalk. As you've seen in these pics, Punica granatum variegated. It is a mutant of dwarf red. Large and handsome flowers with yellow and also red strips are present. Pentaploidy. In pomegranate, the double flowers are formed due to this phenomena, in which stamens are converted to petals and the flowers fails to set fruits. Then varieties, Khandari. Khandari is a large deep red with deep pink, or we say that blood red, sub-acid pulp and hard seeds. The aril is deep blood red or deep pink with sweet slightly acidic juice. Seeds are very hard and commercially variety of Himachal Pradesh. Muscat red, small to medium with thin or fairly thick rind, fleshy juice, medium sweet pulp, commercially grown in Kolhar, Rahuri regions of Maharashtra. High yielding and better quality strains have been selected from the cultivar Muscat P13, P16, P23 and ASK. Then Alandi and Vadki. Fruits are medium sized and red in color, aril, fleshy, blood red or deep pink with sweet acidic juice. Seeds are very hard grown in Maharashtra, Pune and in Gujarat. Kabul produce large fruits, dark red with yellow patches, aril dark red, fleshy hard with slightly bitter juice. And then Jodhpur red, local, fruits medium to large, hard rind, fleshy aril, light, pink juicy and seeds moderately hard. Then Ganesh variety. This variety is developed by selection method. It is a prolific bearer. Fruits very large, rind yellowish red, pinkish aril with soft seeds. It is the commercial cultivar of Maharashtra. The average yield ranges from 8 to 10 kilos per tree. Then Arakta. The fruits are smaller than Ganesh. Varieties having dark red colored arils with soft seeds. The variety is commercially grown in Maharashtra, heavy yielded and possess desirable fruit characters. It is also possess glossy, attractive, dark red skin. It is less susceptible to fruit spots and thrips. Then Bhagwa and Kesar. Bhagwa Kesar same. It is a selection from Phule Arakta. Bigger fruit size, sweet, bold and attractive arils, glossy, very attractive saffron colored thick skin makes it suitable for distant markets. It is more resistant to fruit cracking and fruit drop. Paper shell, round, medium to large, pale yellow, blushed with pink, with very thin rind, fleshy reddish or pink, sweet, very juice pulp, soft seeds, bears heavily. Then Jyoti, as a result of evaluation of a large number of seedling, population of Basen seedless and Dholka, a highly promising type of GKVK1, was selected and released under the name Jyoti. The fruits are large with attractive color having dark red arils. The seeds are very soft with high pulp and juice contents. Fruits are borne on the inner side of the canopy, thus do not get damaged due to sun scorching. Ruby. This variety is developed IIHR, Bangalore. The mature fruit resembles cultivar Ganesh with respect to shape and size. However, the rind of this variety is reddish brown with green streaks containing red bolls arils. The fruit weighs 270 grams with an average yield of 16 to 18 tons per hectare. Spanish ruby. Fruit small to medium in size, ring thin, fleshy testa, rose colored, seeds are soft. G137, clonal selection from Ganesh with better fruit qualities. Yerkard developed at Horticulture Research Station Tanav, Yerkard, and it is easily peelable, rind with attractive purple alleles. Then Jalore seedless, soft-seeded variety and recommended by Central Arid Zone Research Institute, Jodhpur for arid zones as the fruit maturity is early and maximum fruit production is coincided with available soil moisture. Fruits are large in size, weighing 200 grams, and fruits are attractive in appearance. Skin color is pink to deep red. The arils are pink to red, having soft seeds. Then varieties state. Here is the varieties and here is the state. Germplasm collection. In this slide, we will discuss about the germplasm collection. 8 countries of the former USSR have collections of pomegranate germplasm. Azerbaijan, Ukraine, Uzbekistan, Tajikistan, have relatively large collections of 200 to 300 accessions. The collection of the Turkmenistan experimental station of plant genetic resources was established in 1934, and it is the largest in the world, containing 1117 accessions. A core collection was also established, and it is 10% of the size of the main collection. For the unique wild relative of the pomegranate, and expeditions was made and located at the species at 5 sites in the Scotra Island, and seeds were collected and successfully germinated. Experiments have shown that the cryopreservation is suitable for storage of seeds and pollen of pomegranate cultivars. Here is the centers and here is the number of collections. Angrao 29, CCSHAU Balwar Haryana 09, IIHR Bangalore Karnataka 64, CAZRI Jodhpur Rajasthan 34, SK Nagar Gujarat 52. Worldwide germplasm collections: China, Iran, Israel and Tunisia. Here is the geographical index: Solapur pomegranate, Maharashtra. This is the variety which having geographical indications recently. Now future prospects. Pomegranate culture is still affronted to many problems that modern breeding programs must resolve. The direct use of existing cultivars and varieties may be more effective than new hybridization. Since the XC2 collection can't exceed a limited number of sessions, it's difficult to preserve the evolutionary potential of the species. So, nevertheless, further prospection, collection, evaluation, selection of local material needs to be carried out in many countries. A list of descriptors is needed to be adopted on a large scale. New methods, biochemical, molecular techniques, have to be developed for cultivar identification and genetic studies. So, thank you so much.